Right now at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda. Choose any new Mazda and get low 0.9% financing. Or get 2.9% financing for 72 months on select new Mazdas. Move and be moved in your new Mazda with tremendous savings from Team Mazda on Airline.
Good morning. 7:03 on this Friday. Move or be moved in Baton Rouge.
Oh, can't be doing bad on a Friday.
No. Yeah.
Right? First full day of spring. One of those spring days where if you walk out without a coat, you're like, what in the holy hell? First full day of spring, grab all the coats. Man, it's chilly.
36 degrees right now.
Is it
Some
really?
folks flirting with freezing. Yeah, it's really cold out there.
Gracious.
If Johnny were here, he'd utter the word snow day.
Oh, you know
Oh my
he
goodness.
would.
And
Where
then
is Johnny again?
And then it would happen.
Oh, no. Right.
He did.
Yeah.
He put that in the universe.
He
and then
sure
we
did.
got like,
And then it
wow.
He said, I will never say it
like half
again.
of those inches of
He learned
snow.
his lesson.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
36 is cold. Now, when I left out the door this morning,
Yeah.
it felt a little warmer for some reason.
Well, the temperature kept dropping, so you were out probably, what, 3 something in the morning?
Yeah.
We were still in the 40s.
Okay.
That was back in the 40s.
You remember so long ago.
That old thing.
That old thing.
Yeah. So usually we'll hit our lowest temperature right around 6, 7 in the morning where we are right now.
This is going to be, the temperature, we talked, again, cold start, great looking day today. One of those Chamber of Commerce days like we were just talking about. And then into the weekend. We'll talk, and Jared will get to the forecast, full forecast in a minute. But a good looking weekend for some great events. There's so much going on.
Yes.
Baseball, festivals, food festivals, music festivals,
Yeah.
local talent. We've got so much
Really is.
Louisiana Red Beans and Rice festivals
going on
happening
right
here.
today
You've got a
on.
lot of local schools participating in that. You've got Kenny Neal,
Yeah.
the Michael Foster Project, a lot of local greats, Boosie's,
Yeah.
6th
Yeah.
annual fest, that's happening
Yeah.
this weekend too. A great
Gracious.
weekend to get outside. What a big transition from last weekend.
Yeah, really.
Big difference.
Yeah.
And I feel a little pressure coming off us a little bit because even though we've got all these events, no parades to forecast this weekend. So I feel like a little bit less pressure, a little less stress on that front.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should get a parade going.
To celebrate just because.
I mean, it's been a whole week since we've had one.
Has it even been a week?
We're
No,
due.
you're right. That was last Sunday. It hasn't been a full week
Let's
yet.
do them per quarter here in Louisiana.
I like that,
quarter
Tico.
week.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That way people have things to look forward to every quarter. You need things
exactly.
to look
There you go.
forward
Do we
to.
have a crawfish parade?
There ought to be one.
Isn't there?
That's a
Chalmette
good
is
idea.
hosting the 50th annual Louisiana Crawfish
Right, the
Festival, but I
fest.
don't know if there's a
Is there a
parade that
parade?
comes along with
that
it.
would
be
And
so
what
cool.
leads it? A big dancing crawfish?
Oh, big.
Imagine those throws.
exactly.
Imagine throwing like
Crawfish.
crawfish.
You see it flying in the air. Yeah.
back.
People's eyes going,
baskets.
oh my goodness.
Throw me some crawfish.
No, my lord.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
It would work.
I get
Just
excited.
need to bring my baseball mitt. I'm not catching that barehanded. I'll tell you that right now.
You'd
We
have to bring
throw,
those
we throw
plates.
some weird stuff at these
Yeah.
parades.
Yeah, we do.
So we were talking the other day with some of these parades, like here, a bunch of like wrapped up sausages coming at you and canned
Yeah.
goods and careful out there, you never know. But yeah, we don't have a parade this week. It feels weird.
It does. Extended Mardi Gras season, we need another one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So with that extended Mardi Gras season, have you guys been eating any king cake beyond Mardi Gras Day?
I haven't.
You
tapped
know what?
out.
How come we stopped
tapped
doing
out.
our little thing here in the morning,
Tapped
right?
out.
Where someone brings a king
Yeah.
cake
Yeah.
and whoever finds,
The
what is it, the
baby.
baby
Yeah.
Jesus?
Yeah.
The next cake is on that. We were up to, this one year, it was a couple years ago, we were up to like 20 king cakes.
Yeah.
We really were, and I had to buy 3 of them. Every time I would cover every time Johnny would cut into it, he would get the baby.
Yeah.
He'd buy and then when I covered for Johnny 3 separate times, all 3 times I got it. I thought I was being punked. I was like,
Worked
no
out for
way.
us.
No
I
way,
even the funny
right.
thing is, I tried
out
to
for us.
cheat in front of
Yeah.
our old producer Farrah.
Yeah.
I started like
She caught you?
cutting through. She was like, no, you just got to cut a piece. I was like, fine. There's nothing in here. It's in there.
And that's why he's a permanent morning
Yeah.
show member. He came back with king cakes.
4 of them.
Yeah.
4 of them, yeah. And it's funny, I bought the pineapple one. I didn't think everybody
Yeah, that one
loved
was
that
good.
one.
That
I
one
didn't
was
think
really
everybody
good.
would like it.
Yeah. If you like
Yeah, that
pineapple,
look right
can't
there, I
go
think
wrong.
Well, king cakes are like chocolate donuts for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
really?
just the OG?
Purist?
I just don't.
Oh, you don't
care
like
for
any
them
of them?
at all.
I
Really?
gotcha.
There's
So
got to be a
Really?
flavor out there for you, though.
Yeah.
Like a cheesecake one. There's got to be
Or
something out
The
there.
Heavenly Donut. They do a good king cake, but it's donut
Really
dough.
do.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That might be tempting.
I think you might like that
Yeah.
one. They do a
Okay.
Found
mean
it.
king cake.
I'm
Found
gonna
it.
try that one.
Okay.
There you go. All right, so whatever you're eating this weekend, whatever you're out there grilling, or you got on the smoker, you got on the whatever, it's shaping up to be one of those. So just find a way to get out and enjoy the weather, enjoy the South Louisiana cuisine. I'm sure there's a parade somewhere. Jared, this is lining up great.
Yeah, and the sun's lining up great. We're about to split the uprights over here. Guys, this is the second morning in a row we've talked about donuts here. If you missed it yesterday, The Cliff's Notes are that Matt Williams over there ate like a half a dozen donuts in one sitting. That was
Of Krispy Kreme donuts.
Of Krispy Kreme. He discovered Krispy Kreme.
Still not recovered.
Yeah. You know, and I've done that too. I did it with Dunkin' Donuts. I woofed down like 6 vanilla creams in my car. I didn't know there was someone in the car like watching me do it, and powder all over my face. It was a mess. 36 degrees. You definitely want that jacket. Just for the morning, we'll warm up to about 70 in the afternoon, but not very spring-like. So far, so good. And it certainly wasn't yesterday, because yesterday our high only 65. That actually is colder than we should be this time of year. Why so cold? Number one, because the cold front moved through, but number two, because radiational cooling. We've got all the ingredients we need. Dry conditions with the low humidity, clear skies, and the light winds. And that's what we have right here in the middle. And you can see any of that heat shoots right back out to space. And that's why we're able to cool things down so much overnight. There's nothing doing on satellite radar. There's really no fog, although if you do live right along the False River, a little bit of river fog, a little steam fog out there. The nearest cloud cover is up to the north, though. We're doing absolutely fine here. Dew points stay low, but because the winds are not going to be a problem today, there are no red flag concerns, so that's good news. Dew points go up on Monday. That makes sense because Monday is still our best chance for showers and storms. Today, we're dry, sunny, getting up around 70 degrees. Get out there and enjoy. I've got good news for you. We've been talking about this through the morning. This is that next cold front, and it's good news on top of more good news. So, number one, the good news is that the front and the rain doesn't really move in until Sunday night, so I think we're going to actually squeeze in the majority of the weekend, and your outdoor plans are good to go. Good news number two, when these showers and thunderstorms move through, mainly on Monday, it looks like they're not going to produce severe weather. This is a huge difference from what this SPC map looked like, and I was talking to Matt about this. Usually the SPC, they err towards the side of being safe and protective, and they had Baton Rouge painted in yellow just yesterday, just last night. It was a level 2. Now we're not even in a level 1, and not even that. The level 1's outside of our viewing area, so that is really, really good news. I will admit, I was happily surprised when I saw that this morning. 70 degrees for the high today. Your low tonight's going to be in the upper 40s. Your Friday evening plans are good to go. But as I mentioned, I think the majority of the weekend's looking good. Even that 30% chance on Sunday, that's really more for Sunday evening. And then Sunday night into Monday morning, we're going to crank it up. And the rest of the forecast, we're right back into the 80s. It is now 7:10 out your door. Tico Fox, how's traffic?
Well, the good news is that our accident board has been pretty clear all morning, except for a couple of fender benders on your surface streets. Interstate volume still looking really good moving out of the Livingston Parish area from Denham Springs. We haven't seen any heavy volume just yet at all. Cuban Road looking pretty good. Here's a look at 4H Club Road moving towards O'Neill. Nice easy flow here. Even once you arrive into the Baton Rouge area, Millerville light to moderate in volume as drivers make their way towards the 10-12 split around College Drive. You can see things are quite a different story, starting to pick up and slow approaching College on out past Acadian. Right now you're looking at an easy 12-minute drive from Juban on out towards the 10-12 split. We'll be right back.
All right, folks, 7:12 your time. Real quick before you get going, a few things we're following for you, including a house fire being worked late last night in Baton Rouge. This is video from the scene on Smiley Street.
So you look at this damage and you're thinking, oh man, the home is a total loss. Crews arrived there at that home right around 10:15. That's what they came up across, fully engulfed in flames. Baton Rouge fire investigators are looking into the cause of this. Happened there on Smiley Street off of Plank Road. If you can help them, call Crime Stoppers.
Vacant house fire. So yeah, the very latest will keep you in the know. Hey, you know what? We need your eyes eyes on the screen. Have a look. You remember the shooting at off of Newcastle, right? The apartment complex right here?
Afton Oaks, yeah.
Exactly right. This was Tuesday. BRPD releasing photos of maybe a person of interest?
You just saw that
Sure
person
did.
there. If that person looked familiar to you, or maybe you want a better look right there, we also have this in the 9 News app for you to share that story as well. They believe this person's tied to that shooting. We also want to let you know about early voting. Today and tomorrow, your last 2 opportunities to early vote.
So both days going to open up at 8:30 and shut down 6 o'clock in the evening. You see the times right there. The absentee deadlines, you can see that. By 4:30 Tuesday, got to be requested. 4:30 Friday, filled out and returned. And then, of course, Election Day, March 29th.
The deadline to get your real ID is approaching this coming May.
Oh boy.
May 7th, in fact. So the OMV offering up a number of places for you to get that real ID. 8 OMV field offices will be open tomorrow. Another day will be April 12th for you to get that. The Baton Rouge office is there on Independence Boulevard. Now the appointments, they're all full, but walk-in opportunities are available. They're going to be open from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday for you to take care of that real ID.
Hey, little gold star. Look at that.
Yeah, you got yours? Got yours taken care of?
I remember, guys. Remember, I went, I got it. I spent like hours there at the DMV, and I swear the next day we did that news story, we pushed it back a year or
But
two.
you're good to go.
Back then I was pissed. Now I'm happy.
Now you're good to
Yes,
go.
you
I'm
don't have
happy
to
now.
wait
I
in
was
line.
so mad back
They
then.
did that multiple times
Did
too
they
to
do
make
that
sure people
multiple?
would become
Oh my gosh,
compliant.
we are years behind.
Yeah.
Years
Yeah.
behind the original deadline. So we've literally had at this point
More
3
than
or
5
4
years.
5 years.
5 years
Exactly.
worth of deadline. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's kind of on you.
Multiple
So no
opportunities.
excuses. He's saying no excuses is what he's saying.
And they're even opening longer for you to get that taken
That's
care
right.
of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So they're doing it tomorrow. So all right. So maybe make that part of your plans. Make the early voting part of your plans. Make getting out and enjoying this weather part of your plans. It's a good few days.
Ooh, absolutely.
And we don't have to worry about severe weather now.
No,
Sunday
so
night and
good.
Monday morning. I'm happy about that. Makes
No
life
kidding.
easier.
You don't have to worry about it Monday morning. You're exactly right.
Right.
We'll take every bit of that. Stay with us. We've got more weather, traffic, and news coming up for you. We're going to join you in about 10 minutes
Yep.
with another check of that weather and traffic. And it's Friday, folks.
Donut
Revel
time.
in that.
Donut time.
Ooh.
With tax returns coming in, the Team Automotive Group can help you maximize your refund's value. Choose from a huge selection of quality certified and pre-owned vehicles with over 90 priced under $20,000. Stop by and save at any Team location or log on anytime to teamautouse.com.
Live and local from WAFB, this is 9 News This Morning. Live and local from WAFB, this is 9 News This Morning.
Thanks for joining us for 9 News This Morning. Happy Friday, everyone. It is currently 7:26. As you can take a look at our interactive map, we're seeing spotty volume around the city, but your drive in on 12 westbound from Denham Springs is looking pretty good. As a matter of fact, your drive from Jubin all the way out past O'Neill is flowing quite smoothly. However, once you get around Millerville, the driving on the westbound side is starting to slow just a bit. That's the traffic moving towards you. Nothing to be too concerned about yet, but it is slowing as you make your way towards Airline. Here's a look at College Drive. That traffic